Neil, hey Neil, if Santa were to come down your chimney, I'm
I
sure
didn't
you
have
would
a
put one in
chimney.
the back of his coconut. You put one in the back of his
Yeah,
coconut,
exactly. Yeah, because
yes,
I think he's
okay,
an
right.
intruder.
This conversation's gone a bit off the rails now. We're talking about popping a cap in Santa's ass. Can we get back on track about the mystique and mystery about the imaginary entity that is Santa and the lies that we're told that are propped up by Big Daddy government to the point where they'll literally tell you that the ISS is Santa.
Don't say 90.
Don't mention 90. Don't talk about things being parallel. Shh.
Hey, I'm glad you mentioned children because I think there's something to do with the object permanence, psychological growth. You know, it's like that same thing that Arwen said before, where he said they have a physical assumption bias. They look at something optical and they say, "Oh, it must be a physical object in a physical location." Well, that cognition occurs like between I think 2 and 5 years old. You know, the same thing that we talked about before with the trust paradigm. You know, where you trust your parents to tell you about your world, and you know they feed you the globe and they feed you Santa Claus, and then all of a sudden it's in your psychology at a very visceral level.
Don't say that. Nathan brought his kids to see Santa. I mean Satan.
So what? So what?
I'm only breaking your chops. I eliminated Santa right from day one.
Hold on, let me defend myself. What we actually did was went to Gulliver's World, and they had a Christmas special on. And part of the Christmas special was you got to walk around Winter Wonderland. No Santa. You're not allowed to go and sit on Santa's lap anymore. That's a thing of the past. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't really care because where I lived many, many years ago in Stratford-upon-Avon, there was this little tiny shop that sold Harry Potter-esque stuff. And before they moved, they had a really, really excellent Santa. I mean, top quality Santa. You know, very, very funny, good with kids, gave you a nice present, etc., etc. Just a good Santa. And we took both our kids to see that Santa until he died, which was heartbreaking because it was a really good day out, you know, going to, I can't remember the name of the bloody shop now, but he was basically just the shop owner. And, you know, once a year he put on his Santa and Santa beard, and that was what he did. But after that, it was like the magic got lost in that regard. Now, I don't leave our kids with any illusions about what Santa is. You know, they know it's pretend, but they like to pretend that Santa's real. So there's a lot of fun to be had out of pretending Santa's real, which is what we do.
Yep.
Pretend Santa's real. And we talk about him coming down the chimney. We haven't even got a chimney. We're in an apartment or flat, if you're British, right? We haven't got a chimney.
Yeah.
But we still talk about imagining him coming down the chimney. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but check this out. What if your kids...
I didn't want to... Hold on 1 second.
Kids who understand it's pretend tell another kid it's pretend, and that kid goes, no, it's not, because everybody believes it and they'd have to be in on it. And then they show you proof by showing you the NORAD tracker, which tracks Santa going around the world. They'd be like, look, there's government agency proving that Santa's flying around.
Well, yeah, I was arguing about this the other day, I think, in here, and then I was talking about the idea that the idea of Santa is real, right? So that means Santa's real.
The idea of Santa's real.
You know, in
exactly.
a way.
So we can tell, or I can tell my kids about the idea of Santa. And the idea of Santa being real is real. And so on and so forth.
Well, you know how it was broken down to me? When I went to Catholic school as a kid, so I was told that there was a real Santa. His name was Saint Nick, and he brought gifts to poor people. That's all. So he's not real now, but he was real then, and he was a real person. So, but I would not give
and his
any credit to somebody when I'm breaking my ass daily to buy these kids gifts. I am not putting some fat jolly red man on the freaking tag from mommy and daddy. Thank you.
I thought the whole idea of Santa. I thought the whole idea of Santa was that you were being gifted for your behavior, and it was outside of, like an objective good thing.
Brett, are you on the naughty
Exactly.
list? Are you on the naughty list or not?
Just like fictional characters that we create in stories to tell a story or convey a theme or a message, they don't exist in real life.
Right.
But
So you
as
put
an
them to
idea,
bed and-
they serve a purpose.
And then Freddy Krueger comes through your dreams and slices a big hole in your stomach. Night, night, children. It's only pretend.
Yeah, I think the big difference in because I've heard the whole conspiracy behind the Santa thing is that the people that assert it to their children don't believe it. The pagan stuff was believed by the people that asserted it. So I think there's a huge difference when.
Not exactly,
when you're
because that's
talking
what
about
it's sold
Santa.
on. It's sold on belief. So one of the T-shirts I was bought for the Christmas festivities by my wife says "Daddy believes." If you watch A Miracle on 34th Street, where they put Santa on trial, the whole theme of the movie is about believing, and the comparison they make at the end is in terms of currency. And it says, well, there's nothing really backing this money, but it says in God we trust on it. So we have to believe. And the federal government does, so it's good enough for us to believe in Santa also, based on those standards. Right? That's what you told on... that's the Christmas sentiment of Miracle on 34th Street.
That's correct. That's my mother's favorite movie when she was alive. She loved it. But anyway, I didn't do it mean. What I did was, at that time, I had 2 daughters. They were young. I said, listen, if you want to believe in Santa, let's stay up and wait and see if he comes. If he comes, we'll put out the cookies and milk, and we'll see. If he arrives, then you can believe in Santa. And they stood up with me till 4 o'clock in the morning. I waited till 5. There was no Santa arrival. They were up drinking hot chocolate, and I started putting the gifts under the tree. I bit a cookie, and I drank a little bit of milk. I put it back down. I said, now who's Santa Claus, girls? They said, you are, Daddy. And that was it.
Oh, that's
quite
such a
fun.
sweet story about how Neil ruined Santa. Oh.
Yeah, why did you need to do that? But why did you need to do that, Neil? Why did you need to ruin that?
Because I'm not giving credit to that guy. Brian.
Same reason he needs to tell everyone about flat Earth.
Selfish.
Selfish, very selfish.
Attitude.
Very.
Yeah.
How is it selfish, Brian?
Very
By
selfish.
not
We didn't say,
lying to my
hold on.
kids?
Hey, hold on, calm down. We didn't say selfish. We said very selfish.
Yeah.
How is that selfish by not lying to my
If I
children?
was Santa,
I can tell you why.
What does it matter what they believe? Right? All they're looking to do is they're looking forward to getting presents of this magical person in the coldest time of the year in the north. Right? It's like
Daddy.
When I was young, the fact that Santa existed meant that life wasn't too bad. Do you know what I mean?
Stop it, Brian, stop it.
Why take it away?
Yeah, but
it's nothing to do with Catholicism or I don't care what the background is.
Hold on. There's a very big difference between. Hold on. Hello. There's a very big difference between Neil's New York girls and the poverty-stricken upbringing of a poor Irish boy. Let's not compare the two.
Hold on a second, Brian, I waited up all night.
We might have nothing else to look forward to as a child.
Right, just coal.
Santa Claus.
Exactly. When you've just got coal to look forward to, Neil.
Yeah, cold and wet and damp.
Oh, that's you.
No, not cold.
Yeah.
Coal.
Oh, God. I know coal. I know. You're bad, you get coal. I know what the freak coal is. I know.
I can tell
choose
you what.
not
I
to
wouldn't want to be
lie to my
Santa going
children.
down Neil's chimney.
Can everyone stop rumpusing Neil's passionate about dispassion for Christmas?
Can I get a word in?
Yeah, but Neil, if Santa were to come down your chimney, I'm sure you would put one in the back of his coconut. You put one in the back of his coconut,
exactly.
though.
Yeah, because I think he's an intruder.
Right, this conversation's gone a bit off the rails now. We're talking about popping a cap in Santa's ass. Can we get back on track about the mystique and mystery about the imaginary entity that is Santa and the lies that we're told that are propped up by Big Daddy government to the point where they'll literally tell you that the ISS is Santa. One lie propping up another lie.
Listen, my grandkids, I don't tell my daughters not to. I'm just saying what I did. And the reason why is because I stood up all night as a 6-year-old, slept on one bed, all 3 of my brothers crammed in one freaking bed, and I waited up all night. And he didn't show up. And I see my parents putting the gifts under the tree, so I knew Santa Claus wasn't real. I knew that at 7 years old.
Yeah, but that was where you made the mistake. You should have just gone to bed and gone to sleep and woke up and believed it had happened. Because you're only
Brian, I couldn't.
Why did you feel the need? Why did you feel the need to investigate the thing?
I had insomnia. I had insomnia as a kid. I felt like I was going to miss something if I went to sleep.
But I made a point of going to sleep even for an hour.
This lends credence to the age-old saying, right? A miserable old man was just a miserable young man.
What are you trying to say?
Hold on, Neil. What you should have done is what I did, was set a trap for Santa, and I put up a tripwire between the fireplace and the Christmas tree. And when my dad brought the bicycle to put it underneath the Christmas tree, he tripped over the wire, fell on it, and landed on it, and like broke his rib.
And the 12-gauge shotgun had no fingerprints from you on it, so you were all in the clear. And you know, Daddy was remembered really fondly after that.
No, he looked directly at me. I was hiding underneath the couch. I wanted to catch Santa, you know. Like, I guess I was confusing him with leprechauns. I could get some wishes out of him or something.
Hold on. So this has taken a slightly more deviant turn also. So it wasn't that you wanted to see Santa. You wanted to capture Santa and hopefully extort wishes from the man, correct?
Or presents, really. I was, you know, he had that big sack of presents. I was just wanting to, you know, rob him.
You just wanted to steal his infinite sack of presents, I see. So it wasn't really the man, you know, he might have been left in a ditch somewhere after you got that sack. My God, this is a dark show.
Yeah, more selfishness, yeah. Neil wanted to destroy the belief of Santa, and John wanted to just capture the man and extort stuff from him, regardless of all the other children that wouldn't have got their presents.
It beats chaos. He wanted to put a bullet in the back of his head.
Yeah, it's terrible. You know, Santa always came, right? Now, obviously, past a certain age, he didn't come. But he always came to me because I always left out the right thing. That was whiskey. He came every time. Whiskey was drank. Yeah.
He always came because you had the right drink for him. Oh, I'll definitely give Brian a present. No matter how naughty he's been, he leaves me whiskey.
He drank so much one night that he forgot to put out the presents. But we'll forget that.